Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Do you want to get better at English? Do you want to improve your listening and speaking skills? Many people study English for a long time. Some people study for 5 years. Some study for 10 years. They know many English words. They can read books and understand grammar, but still they cannot speak English clearly. Maybe this also happens to you. If yes, don't worry. You are not the only one. Many people have this same problem. I have taught English to more than 100,000 students. I saw this problem many times. In this video, I will tell you the 3 biggest reasons why people cannot speak English well. But more important than that, I will also tell you the solutions. I will show you how to fix this problem. And if you stay with me until the end, I will tell you one very easy habit. You can do it for just 5 minutes every day. But this small habit can help you a lot. It can change your English speaking. This habit is the key to unlock your speaking skills. So now, let's begin with the first reason. The first reason is fear. Fear is a big problem. Maybe you think you cannot speak English, but actually you are just afraid to speak. Imagine this. There is a wall. This wall is between your brain and your mouth. In your brain, you know the right English words. You know what you want to say, but still, the words do not come out of your mouth. Why? Because you are scared. Fear builds this wall. I remember when I started learning a new language, I studied a lot. I knew many words from my books, but when my teacher asked me a question, my mind became empty. I could not speak. My heart started beating very fast. I felt nervous. I was afraid to make a mistake. I was afraid that my pronunciation was wrong. I thought people would laugh at me. So I stayed quiet. I said nothing. This fear stopped me from speaking. This is a psychological wall. It's in the mind. Many English learners feel like this. But the good news is, this fear is normal, and you can break the wall. Now, the second big reason is the idea of being perfect. Yes, many people want to speak perfect English. They want to use perfect grammar and perfect words. But this idea of perfection is a problem. It is connected to fear. I like to say this: perfection is the enemy of progress. This means if you always try to be perfect, you will not improve. Let me tell you a short story. One day, I had a student. Let's call him Alex. Alex was very smart. He knew more English words than me. He could read English news very well. But in class, he never spoke. He was always quiet. One day, I asked him, "Alex, why don't you speak?" He said, "I want to speak, but when I try, my brain becomes too busy." He told me that he always thought too much. He asked himself, "Is this the right word? Is my grammar correct? Do native English speakers say it this way?" He thought for a long time. But while he was thinking, the conversation moved on. He missed his chance. This is a common problem. People wait too long to speak. They want the sentence to be perfect. But language is not like a math exam. There is not always one perfect answer. Language is for communication. It is for connection. Let's think about babies. When a baby learns to walk, does the baby fall? Yes, of course, many times. But falling is part of learning. It's the same with speaking English. Making mistakes is part of learning. So here is a very good idea. Done is better than perfect. What does that mean? Let me explain. Imagine you want to say this sentence. I went to a cafe with my friend this afternoon and we drank lattes. This is a long sentence. Maybe you feel nervous. Maybe you are not sure about the word afternoon or lattes. So you stay silent. You say nothing. That gives you 0 points. Now, let's try a simple version. You say, "Today I drink coffee with friend." This is not perfect. The grammar is not correct, but the meaning is clear. People understand you. That is success. That is communication. You get 60 points. And 60 is much better than 0. Now, let's talk about the third big reason why many people cannot speak English. This reason is about how you study English. Many learners make one big mistake. They only do input and forget about output. What does this mean? Input is when you take information into your brain. For example, when you read books, you are doing input. When you listen to a podcast or an English video, that is also input. When you watch movies in English or read stories online, that's still input. Input is good. It helps you learn new words and understand grammar, but input is not enough. There is another side, output. Output means using the English that is already in your brain. It means producing the language. Writing in English is one kind of output. Speaking in English is the most important kind of output. Many people read books and watch videos every day, but they never speak. This is the problem. Let me give you a simple example to explain it. Imagine a man who wants to learn how to swim. He wants to be a good swimmer. So what does he do? He buys 10 books about swimming. He reads every page. He learns the names of swimming strokes. He watches videos of Olympic swimmers every day. He knows all the rules. He understands all the techniques. His brain is full of swimming knowledge. Now, let's say we take this man to a swimming pool. We say, "Okay, now it's your turn. Please swim." Can he swim? Of course not. He will probably sink into the water. Why? Because he never practiced in the water. He never used his body. His arms and legs do not know how to move in real water. His body has no experience. His muscles don't know what to do. Learning to speak English is just like this. Reading and listening are like reading swimming books. Your brain becomes smart, but your mouth and tongue do not practice. So when it's time to speak, you cannot do it. Your brain knows the words, but your mouth does not know how to say them. Speaking English is a physical skill, like riding a bicycle, playing the guitar, or swimming. It needs real practice. You must train your mouth and your tongue to make English sounds. You must speak to get better at speaking. So if you feel like you understand English but still cannot speak, this may be the reason. You are doing too much input and not enough output. Now let's talk about what you can do. How can you start speaking? First, you can talk to yourself in English. Yes, this sounds funny, but it works. Many learners say, "I have no one to speak with." That's okay. You can be your own speaking partner. When you wake up in the morning, look out your window. Say something in English. For example, "Good morning. The sky is blue today." When you are brushing your teeth, think in English. Say, "I am brushing my teeth. I use this toothpaste every day." When you cook your breakfast, say, "I am making eggs. I like eggs. I am hungry." Talk about everything around you. Use the simple words and sentences that you already know. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. Nobody is listening. You don't need to feel afraid. This practice is very helpful. It builds a bridge between your brain and your mouth. It helps you start thinking in English. Talking to yourself is the easiest way to practice output. You can start right now, and it's 100% free. Next, try to find a language partner. This means someone who also wants to learn languages. Today, the internet gives us many tools. There are websites and apps where you can meet people who want to learn your language and you can help each other. This is called language exchange. Here's how it works. You make a schedule. Maybe you talk once a week. For 30 minutes, you have a call or a video chat. In the first 15 minutes, you speak English. In the next 15 minutes, you speak your own language. You help each other. You both improve. And don't worry if your English is not perfect. Your partner is not your teacher. They are your friend. Just speak. Just try. You will improve together. Finally, try to use English in the real world. This step is a little more scary, but it's powerful. Start small. For example, go to a coffee shop. You don't need to say a lot. Just learn 3 simple sentences. Hello. 1 coffee, please. Thank you. That's it. Just these 3 sentences. You don't need to talk about big topics. When you use English in a real situation, you feel good. You feel strong. You will think, yes, I did it. That small success gives you big confidence. You will want to do it again. Slowly, your fear will go away. Now, let's remember everything we talked about in this video. We learned about 3 big reasons why many people cannot speak English well. The first reason is fear. You feel nervous when you try to speak. You are afraid that other people will laugh. You are afraid that your pronunciation is bad. You are afraid to make mistakes. This fear builds a wall between your brain and your mouth. The words are in your head, but they do not come out. This happens to many people, but the good news is you can break this wall. You can overcome this fear. The second reason is perfection. You want your English to be perfect. You think too much. You ask yourself, is this grammar right? Is this the correct word? Will native speakers understand me? You want to make the sentence perfect, but then you say nothing. You stay quiet. This is a big problem. Remember, language is not a test. It is not about being perfect. It is about communication. It is about sharing your ideas. Done is better than perfect. Say something, even if it's not perfect. That is how you improve. The third reason is about how you study. Many learners only do input. They listen and read, but they do not speak. That is not enough. Speaking is a physical skill. It's like swimming. You cannot learn to swim only by reading books. You must get into the water. You must move your body. In the same way, you must open your mouth and speak English. You must practice speaking to improve your speaking. So, we talked about the problems, but we also talked about the solutions. There are 3 simple things you can do. First, talk to yourself. You do not need a partner. Just speak out loud in English when you are alone. Talk about what you are doing. Talk about your day. This helps your brain and your mouth connect. Second, find a language partner. You can use websites or apps to meet someone who wants to learn your language. You speak English with them, and they speak your language with you. You help each other grow. Third, use English in the real world. Start small. Say hello to someone. Order food in English. Ask for directions. These small steps give you confidence. They show you that you can speak. Now let's go back to the beginning of this video. I promised to give you one simple habit that can change everything for you. That habit is talking to yourself in English. Why is this habit so powerful? Because you can start right now. You don't need to pay money. You don't need a teacher. You don't need to go to class. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need to be confident. You just need to talk. You can do it at home. You can do it when you walk, when you cook, or when you clean. You can do it for just 5 minutes every day. You can say things like, I am brushing my hair. I am making tea. I feel tired today. This room is very hot. These are small, simple sentences, but when you say them again and again, something amazing happens. Your fear becomes smaller. Your brain starts to think in English. Your mouth learns how to move. You build muscle memory. Speaking English becomes natural. Start with only 5 minutes a day. You don't need to do more, just 5 minutes. But do it every day. That is the key. This small habit builds a strong foundation. It is the beginning of fluency. You will feel better. You will become more confident. And soon, you will be able to speak English with anyone. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped you understand your speaking problems and how to fix them. Always remember, you can do this. Keep going, keep growing. Step by step, you will get better.